I mean, can this night get any better? Unbelievable. Did I not tell you, ladies and gentlemen, did I not tell you that Trump would get back on Twitter? He will get back on Twitter. His account is officially reinstated. By the way, great win tonight. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, left, conservative, if you're wearing the jersey I'm wearing, God bless you. Great win. And God bless everybody who watches this channel. I can't tell you what an amazing night. But also, Elon Musk reinstates Trump's Twitter account. New York Times, CNN. Elon Musk restores Donald Trump's Twitter account. You cannot silence a former president. Sorry. He didn't incite, he didn't foment, he didn't tell anyone to commit crimes. You make that leap of logic, okay? That extreme leap of logic, okay? When you say that he can't be on Twitter because the bad people will hear what he says on Twitter and they'll do bad things, you have to prove that in a court of law. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Huge rivalry games today. So if you had a rivalry game today, let me know below. But what a night. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to do another segment this evening. It's my fourth. But then I look, Elon Musk restores Donald Trump's Twitter account. The poll showed overwhelmingly like 60 to 70% of like well over 1 million, 2 million. I forgot exactly what the number was, but the majority of people he polled on Twitter, and I don't have a Twitter account, I don't have a Facebook account, I don't have an Instagram account. I have my 3 YouTube channels, H.A. Goodman of over 200,000 subs. Hit subscribe right now! Have I not been telling, did I not tell you that crypto was going to crash? I did. I had a Bitcoin crash channel, but if you can look, I called the Bitcoin crash in 2021 when you had all those financial channels saying, yeah, do this, do that with crypto. I said, look, stay away from it. Now you have FTX, Binance, and Coinbase are next eventually. Okay? I've been Tether, they're next too. I told everybody this. I'm not right about everything. I did say Clinton would lose to Trump. And I did tell you that the market would tank. And I told you that crypto would get below 10,000. Bitcoin, it will. 10,000 or below, get below 10,000. Unfortunately, I don't say that gleefully because I know there's a lot of good people who have. I respect people who own crypto or buy Bitcoin, like the average investor. I don't respect the Ponzi schemes that funnel money into the Democratic Party. Second largest donor, $16 billion evaporated. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're over 200. We're almost at 201,000 subscribers. I did it all myself with your help. I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to Huffington Post in 2015, 2016. The unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. Donald Trump, we had record low poverty under Trump. We had a foreign policy that brought home Americans under Trump. The Doha Agreement forced mashed potato brains to bring home Americans, and he botched that. It was a May 1st, 2021 withdrawal. And you have a situation where they're afraid of Trump because 70 plus million Americans will vote, including myself, for Donald Trump in 24. They wanted to silence him. Then they talked about democracy. How can you silence and suppress anyone? Like, I was offended by what Kanye West said or Kyrie Irving, but I still like them both. I don't want them suspended. I'm a Jewish American. Did what they say offended me? Yes. Were their words inaccurate in many ways? And but you can prove that through logic and reason and discourse and debate and discussion. If I had the honor, the opportunity of speaking to either one of them, I could, especially Kanye West, I could say, look, can you, if you wanted to call out people within the music industry, then call out specific individuals. Don't just say an entire group of people. And that's basic logic and reason. Debate. I don't want to cancel. I don't want to silence people. I like discussion. If somebody has a terrible viewpoint, it's not that I'm being pedantic or I want to educate them, but let's discuss, because you cannot paint an entire group. There are wonderful Democrats, sure. And if you vote Biden, fantastic. But if you say that Trump needs to be off of Twitter and silenced because his words influence and incite violence, you are categorically wrong. Basic logic will dictate that you are 100% wrong. They didn't find anything. He didn't organize a plot to overthrow the country, because that never happened. You had one person who was acquitted because the door was opened for that person and he went in. Terrible day. Yes. But we had terrible days every single day that summer, and I agree with why people were demonstrating, but not $1 to $2 billion in property damage. A building set ablaze behind a CNN journalist, and the CNN journalist will set fire you, but mostly peaceful. It's like, well, okay. Again, I agree with why people were demonstrating, but I don't agree with fiery but mostly peaceful. And $1 to $2 billion in property damage. How many thousands of police officers and law enforcement officials were injured throughout the country? I don't see Democrats caring. But again, if you're a wonderful, morally superior, highly educated Democrat, and you're wearing this jersey, God bless you. Enjoy this evening. But you can't say that Trump is a criminal. He didn't commit a crime. Okay? Comey himself, you can watch the short on this channel, said Hillary Clinton did commit a crime. He said, it's his words. The short with 26,000 views on this channel, although there are violations of the legal statutes. No reasonable prosecutor would indict. Well, okay. The entire system, even Republicans, are after Trump. They can't find anything. So it's not like you have Comey going to bat for Trump. Nobody's going to bat for Trump. Then they say, oh, he cost Georgia and Arizona. Jeff Flake was openly hostile. Perdue and Loeffler were terrible candidates. One or both of them had stock trades that were implemented after classified briefings. So you have a situation where Donald Trump is back on Twitter, and I've been saying it. Did I not tell you, ladies and gentlemen? And this was a long time ago, too. I've been saying, look, that platform was losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year. They lost $1 billion plus last year. Or hundreds of millions. Guys, they're losing money. It's not. Elon Musk did not buy Twitter for free speech, even though there's going to be free speech there. People are going to be allowed to give their thoughts. And guess what? Elizabeth Warren is going to get fact checked. So will the White House. It won't be a cyber dystopian little cyber platform for the Democratic National Committee to just silence people and to enforce wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal sensibilities. Oh, caution, Trump. What Trump said was wrong. Okay, he'll get fact checked, but you know what? Biden will get fact checked also. But he has a voice, and he's suspicious of Democrats, and he doesn't trust them. And guess what? 70 plus million Americans don't either. The same distrust and suspicion that Democrats have about Trump, guess what? 70 plus million have the same thing about Democrats. It doesn't matter if Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers and SNL, it doesn't matter how many late night comedians give free political advertising to one political party. Okay, you have Hunter with clear violations of the law craft, according to the New York Post. Not my viewpoint. It's the New York Post, not just my viewpoint. Of course, I can see reality. People are giving money, hundreds of millions. That's not nepotism, that's graft. Say it slowly. Wonderful, amazing, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats. Nepotism is different from graft and potential bribery schemes. So impeachment will take place. Trump's back on Twitter. It is a nightmare for the political establishment that wants to silence and suppress dialogue and discourse. Elon Musk purchased Twitter because he knew his adversaries are the same adversaries Trump has, and he knew that they would try to silence and suppress and destroy him. They've been trying to destroy Trump. It ain't working. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Huge day. Some people one or two people didn't understand exactly what I was saying in my segment the other day. For my viewers, since I care about your welfare, if you watch this channel, as a friend, I would say there's no need to be on Twitter. That's different from do I want like Trump or Veritas or Marjorie Taylor Greene or others to have their viewpoints heard on Twitter. Very different. For like, even though I'm a YouTuber, I consider myself also an average person like everybody watching. So I'm not going to waste a moment, 2 minutes, an hour, a half hour on getting into arguments on Twitter. So when I say, you know what, there's no point in being on Truth Social, Twitter, any message board based platform, I don't mean like, oh, I'm actually pretty happy Trump is back on. He just has to make sure not to give them political momentum. And he has to make sure that his tweets are targeted for a specific purpose. He should not have gone after LeBron James or NFL athletes. That was wrong. Not just it was bad for the, it's not smart, but from a political standpoint, it wasn't smart at all. What he needs to do is do what he did on the way to 2016. He'll be unstoppable. He's already unstoppable, and now he's going into 24 with Biden getting impeached, and back on Twitter, and House Republicans investigating FTX and everything pertaining to Democrats, and they'll find corrupt activity. You'll find laws broken. You didn't find laws broken with Trump, and you never will. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. That's a question to ask. Why haven't they found any laws broken with Trump? Hit subscribe right now. Thank you.